Okay, I tried to make this video twice, but what happened was I ran out of space on my phone, but I'm so technologically unadvanced that I didn't even know what was happening. That's why I kept cutting off my videos. Anyway, okay, so a lot of stuff I was gonna cover today. First thing is I woke up this morning and Liz Crokin had posted another video, her fourth on this what's happening right now with the what she believes the about the coronavirus and how it's being used as cover for removal of a lot of these deep state cabal and a lot of the roundup of the satanic pedophile elites. So, not that it's not real, this is a real virus. It is making people sick and people are dying from it, but it's being used in a, this is the way the divine works, right? You get lemons and you make lemonade. God is always constantly working in that way at levels we can't even understand. So, I have faith. I have faith. I want to believe it, and I do believe it. I'm hoping that this is the case. There's a mass awakening happening right now. People are waking up. If even if you just pay attention to mainstream media and you see what they're doing to the president every single day, whether you like Trump or hate Trump, whether you think he's bad or good, the bottom line is they're attacking him in a way that has never been done before. It's an unprecedented attack on the president of the United States, a duly elected official, a duly elected president of the United States, and it is a coup. It is a um, they've been trying to. I mean, they tried to impeach him. They tried to, say that he was illegitimate with Russia involvement. I mean, so many. There's just so much. Now the virus, and no matter what he does, he's wrong. And I mean, on and on. So the mainstream media is completely fake, completely false, and they're being exposed for what they are. This is what's happening right now in real time. They're being exposed. So this is waking a lot of people up. Every single day, people are watching this and going, something's wrong. Now, a lot of us came to this conclusion many years ago. Some of us came to these conclusions decades ago. This is something we've been waiting for a long, long time. And I see good things happening right now. Um, so Liz talks about a lot of interesting things, and I think it's worth watching her video. I'll link it below. One interesting note is my wife's niece is, I guess she's my step niece. I don't know what you call her. She is a nurse. She went to nursing school and joined the Navy, and she is going to be on the Mercy hospital ship, which is interesting because they mobilized those ships and they are using those. They said they're docking those outside of New York City, and they're going to be taking on people. Now they said they weren't taking on the coronavirus people. They're going to be taking on overflow. Okay, so that's interesting, and Liz has a little theory on that. So you can go listen to what she says about it because I don't know. I mean, the thing about what's happening right now is you get there's a lot of theories, a lot of people coming out with a lot of stuff. But let's just look at what we know for a fact. The fact is they're not broadcasting Trump's um, afternoon press briefing updates on mainstream media anymore. CNN, MSNBC, those I heard that they are not showing those anymore. Now, Fox News is, and I'm sure there's other ones that are, but we are in a time of crisis. We're basically at war right now with this virus, and it's the only game in town, and yet they are not showing these briefings. Why? Why aren't they showing? And I think the reason is just like with Trump using Twitter and using the internet to directly communicate with people. These media have always had information filtered through them. So what they can do is they can take stuff Trump says and they can put it into little sound bites and they can make him sound like a horrible monster, right? Because you can edit anything to sound. You can take something like I love you and edit it to be I hate you. And that's what they've done with Trump, and that's what they're doing right now with these press briefings. They want to be able to filter the information for you. So they can say, well, Trump had a press briefing today, and this is what he said. And they can filter it and buffer it and do all the things they do They can work their little magic, and they can create something that is totally false. Okay, they can present it as though it was real, but yet it's completely false. So that's interesting. And um, Trump is speaking directly to the people. Also, I will say this: I don't watch a lot of this stuff, but I watched his briefing the other day, and it was obvious that he was speaking at different levels. He was saying something that meant something at a deeper level. And what's happening is the people are figuring that out. They're figuring out that Trump, well, the Anons, the Q people have known this for a long time. Trump speaks in code also. Now these pedophiles, operate they operate on a level of code. If you look at a war, if when you look at all the wars, a lot of the decisive things that happened in wars was determined and were intercepted through code breaking. They have movies about it. Um, they use the Navajo against the Japanese. The British, had code breakers. They broke the Enigma code. They were able to figure out where submarines were going and things like that. So this has always been a part of war. Code is a part of war. Trump is speaking in code to the white hats, to the people who are paying attention, who are listening. Okay, that's obvious to me. To me, it's obvious. So I'm just looking at the things that are obvious. Um, the virus is obviously there. People are obviously getting sick. So you can't say that it's fake. There are people that are saying, oh, the whole thing's fake. It's not real. That's not true. People are getting sick. And it is severely affecting some people's respiratory systems and overwhelming them, and people are dying from it. Another thing that I find very interesting is a lot of the Democratic mayors and governors are banning the use of the medicine that Trump talked about the other day. Another interesting note: right after Trump talked about that in his briefing, that they had this medicine that seemed to be proving effective in France and other places where they've used it, they had someone drink a substance that was not what Trump said, but it sounded like it. I mean, anyone who's taken basic chemistry knows that chloride and chloride are two different things. Phosphate and phosphite are two different things. They have different chemical properties. They're completely different chemicals. And they basically made it look like Trump told people to drink Drano and they died from it and it's Trump's fault. Okay. So the first thing the media does is they try to discredit something that is a complete game changer. Think about it. If we have a medicine to treat this stuff, a cheap, effective medicine that's been proven safe already, it doesn't have to go through FDA trials. All it has to be is mass released, and we can treat people with a simple medication that'll clear this stuff up in no time at all. And it's been anecdotally shown to do that. And they've actually started doing studies on it. So they will have studies coming out showing the effectiveness of it. And the mainstream media is actively covering that up. I mean, think about, sorry about that. Think about the implications. That is absolute fraud. That is absolute, it's evil. It's pure evil, simple as that. Okay. So there's that. And I think that's very interesting that they are actively blocking Nevada's governor. I think the governor of New York, they are basically saying that you can't use that medicine now. And it's totally insane. They would rather have people die than have Trump get reelected because it basically makes Trump look like a genius and it makes him look good. His ratings are going up every day. Every day people are watching these things, his ratings are going up, and that's why they're shutting him down. They're shutting him off. Um, anyway, so there's a lot of stuff, a lot of other stuff. I'll probably make another video on that later. Have a good day.